Shredder, your host of the podcast of everything, and in today's episode, we're going to be exploring the effects of mental health on high school students and what that means for both the mind and the body. Now, we're going to talk about some sensitive topics related to suicide in general terms, and we won't go in depth with that, but we will be talking about it. So if you have a child or a teenager who cannot handle it for any reason, please be aware that we are talking about it at the end. Let's go ahead and get started with today's episode. Mental health can be a challenge for young individuals, especially high school students. Their bodies are changing, their environment is different, and their workload is heavier. This can lead to stress and anxiety. The pandemic, that didn't help either. Knowing ways to cope with mental health problems is important and can make a big difference in mood, school performance, and overall physical health. Firstly, you should know what resources are available. Counselors are a great resource to talk to, as well as psychologists and other healthcare professionals. I should note that I'm not a healthcare professional, so if you need professional advice, go see a psychiatrist or a school counselor, because technically the podcast is not able to provide that for you since we are not licensed to practice. There is also a 24/7 suicide prevention hotline, and I will leave a link to this in the description so you guys can also access this as well. The first coping method is knowing when to take a break from social media and internet activity, as well as meditation. Taking a break from social media and internet activity is actually a good thing. You can't always avoid the internet entirely, but avoiding social media sites is a good way and good practice rather, as it can boost your mood and satisfaction with yourself when you're not feeling that social pressure and negativity from social sites. And with meditation to go along with it, it can actually clear your thoughts and refocus your mind into something more positive and uplifting. You may return to social media at some point feeling a little bit more refreshed and your mood feeling better. The second coping method, you may not actually think about it, but it's actually friends. Having friends or making friends and hanging out with friends can be a very good thing for a young mind, so that they don't feel isolated and left out of society. Be careful though which friends you pick, because some friends come with negativity and drama. Having friends is good though, and if you're smart about who you hang out with, then you'll find good friends, good lasting relationships that can help you relieve anxiety and stress. Remember though, when you pick your friends, your intentions are good, but not everyone has good intentions. And then the last and final coping method we will talk about is going to be going outside and physical activities. Physical activities, whether you believe it or not, such as walking, reading, or doing things outdoors, can actually boost your mood and motivate you to complete tasks. You can even have hobbies like gardening or even podcasting, for example. I think I just named one of my coping mechanisms. Having hobbies is a good thing because you find something you enjoy. Finding a job or career you know you will enjoy can help you in the workforce, as doing something you enjoy means you won't complain, won't have a bad attitude, and will be less likely to quit your job over stress. Working from home is even better if you can, because you set your own schedule and deadlines, and so you can set your deadlines where your workload may not be as heavy, or your workload is very light to a point where you can actually manage your stress more effectively. And now for the hard part, suicide. Suicide is a big cause of death in young people and is tragic not just for the individual who dies, but their families as well. Talking to mental health professionals is the best way to handle suicide thoughts, and in some cases can stop a person from making a terrible decision that would negatively impact them, their friends, and their families. If you or someone you know has suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, and like I said, I'll leave their number in the description so you guys can actually go and visit them for yourself. I will also leave a link to a personal anxiety quiz. It's free to take. It helps you to know where you stand. It's more of a benchmark test, and then you can find out where to go from a doctor from that perspective. You guys can figure out where to go from there. As always, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have not already donated to the podcast, you can donate to the podcast by going to anchor.fm/TPOE/support. Your gift means a lot to us and will help us expand our reach to more audiences around the world. Plus, you'll be entered into our donator list where you can win some awesome prizes and participate in some awesome giveaways. If you would like to get in touch with us, you can email us at tpoe.contact@gmail.com or send a voice message on our Anchor FM page just by visiting the Anchor FM website. And as for Kyle and Sierra will kind of meander in and out of different episodes, and Kyle, he'll be joining mid-season. He's going through some personal troubles right now, and he actually did end up having a medical emergency recently, so we keep him in our thoughts and prayers as we enter the middle of the season. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you'll listen to us in the